surface, living out these evil curses. I see my people hurting, COVID got these people nervous. It's a damn shame, can't even walk in the store without a mask on. I'm a wise man, bring a picture won't last long, turn a class on. Can't gotta drop something heavy, can't be focused, I'm ready. I gotta fight these demons, whole lot of niggas being bitches, whole lot of bitches being petty. Like the second middle, we all niggas, one West, whole mother killers. Even though they hate us, they gon' feel us. Fuck the mother niggas, we the villains. And we ain't never scared, just pay attention, my nigga. Here come the circles, once they give you the bread. All this bullshit I ain't feeling it. Gotta keep getting busy, man. All the niggas say diligent. Everything I rap, we living it. And I'ma prophesy until all of my people rise. Just open up your eyes, pay attention. That's how they get you. Just pay attention to the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus. That's how they trap you. You try to distract you with the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus. That's how they get you. You just pay attention to the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus. That's how they trap you. You try to distract you with the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus. Voting for the lesser of two evils is nonsense. Social media keep you distracted with foolish content. You keep scrolling, and we folding. Since 1969, we hold it down and keep rolling. Rolling hard without a scars from moving soldiers. My people destroyed, corrupted, coming from these wicked culprits. Until it's over, gotta man up. Kwame shot out and they shooting us with our hands up. I'm fucking cowards, prince of the power, but I ain't shit without my team. We on the scene and stay prepared to meet the king. Sword in our hand, ready to stand, ready to fight, ready to kill and for my brothers. I give my life. It's a time of fiction, it's a time of hunt. Stay on low, put down the blunt. Don't get killed, trying to stun. Gotta keep one for the bottom front. That's how they trap you and distract you with the very circus. But you can't see the shit too blind behind the curtains. That's how they get you. Just pay attention to the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus. That's how they trap you. You try to distract you with the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus. That's how they get you. You just pay attention to the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus. That's how they trap you. You try to distract you with the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus.
Y'all clap it up. Hey, Shalom, this is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, out of Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. This is priest and officer of 1,000 Habanah. This is the Isupk Houston Wednesday law class. All right, so what we're going to do, what I like to do is start out the class with questions. Do anybody have any questions in the room? If you have any questions online, type your questions in the chat. Any questions in the room? No questions in the room. Let's see. Check online real quick. Check and see if we got anything online. Give everybody a chance to kind of start settling in. All right. For those of you online, to the brothers, Shalom, Yahweh Shemal Shah Brakatah. To the sisters, Yahweh Shemal Adabah Shemal Shah. If you have any questions, type them in the chat. All right, so while everybody getting their questions together, if they have any, okay, yeah. All right, so what we're gonna do is do a recap. What we went through last week, what we went over was we were talking about Job. We were talking about how you understand what we're going through. You know what I'm saying? The things that we go through. You know, the scripture says what was written aforetime was written for our learning. So that means the things that we go through, you could read about similar things in the Bible throughout our history, or just us as a people in captivity. us as a people, you understand, being oppressed. We living out the curses, you understand, and that's because we decided to follow our own agenda instead of following after the Most High in Christ. You understand? Make sure you just kind of say that. So what we're going to do is basically we're going to discuss what we went over last week. Can anybody remember what we went over last week? Y'all could just kind of go over like little portions and stuff that you remember. Nobody was paying attention last week? Well, not last week, so like the week before last. We were talking about Job. Last week was the beginning of the Feast of Dedication. But the week before that, we was talking about endure like Job. You had something, sis? You give it a shot? Go ahead. It's a microphone over there? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You had something too, y'all know? Okay. No sweat. Y'all act like y'all be scared, man. I don't know why. Y'all, like, look, this is school. This how y'all would do in college? In the college course? Would y'all be afraid?
No.
I know you.
If I got an opinion, I'm gonna say it.
You gonna say it, right? Or a question? Okay, don't be shy.
I'm not sure.
We went over how Job, how he lost his children and then he ended up losing his livestock and everything, and then we got the part where he was catching the swords and basically how the
Well, we ain't go that far yet.
oh,
We ain't go that far yet.
basically how the devil had to go to Yahweh to get permission
Mm-hmm.
to mess with him because Yahweh knew that he wouldn't fool.
Damn right.
Even after his kids died, he just bowed and started praying.
Right. Give her a hand. That's exactly what we went over. So what happened was, Satan came to the Most High and asked for permission to pretty much put Job through a test, like put him through some trials and tribulations. He had to go to the Most High to ask for permission because, of course, we know we say the Most High because Yahweh, which is Lord's name in Hebrew, we say the Most High because He is the Most High power. There's no other power that's greater than Him. So, of course, Satan, having power, still had to go to the Most High power and ask for permission, which also lets us know that Satan is not against God, but he works for him. You understand what I'm saying? So he asked for permission to pretty much test Job, knowing that Job wouldn't fail. The Lord granted that permission to Satan. Satan tested him. The first thing that happened was he started losing his animals. You understand? One messenger came to him and started telling him how his animals got killed. And then next thing you know, another messenger pop up, told him how some more of his animals got killed, then another messenger, and all of this stuff is happening at the same time. So while he's talking to the previous messenger, another one runs up and tells him how his goats or his donkeys or his cows are getting killed off. You understand what I'm saying? So it's one thing after another. Then finally, the last messenger basically came to him and told him how the house caved in and his children got killed. You understand what I'm saying? So all of this is hitting Job all at one time. Raise your hand if you've had experienced life and it just seems like the issues would just never stop. It's just like one thing after another. It's just like one thing hits you, then another thing hits you, then another thing hits you. That's pretty much all of us in this room. You understand what I'm saying? That's how we know that this book is pertaining to us because I'm not saying that other nations don't go through anything, but when we read this Bible in its true spirit, in our true spirit, we see that there is such a connection between us and the men and women of the Bible. You understand? There's a connection there. Why? Because we are these people. These people are us. We're just reliving it. The scripture says there is no new thing under the sun. So everything that they went through, which we went through, we're going through it again. You understand? And guess what? Our children are going to go through it. And so on and so forth until Christ returns. And even then so. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we still going to have to go through certain things. Just because when Christ returns we go in the kingdom doesn't mean certain things are just going to stop. It doesn't mean we're going to just live happily ever after, like, in a sense, like a fairy tale. You still gotta work. You still gotta, that's why what we're doing right now, we're preparing for that moment. We're getting ourselves together so that the lifestyle that we live in is the new norm. So that when Christ returns, it won't be no surprise to us. It won't be nothing out of the ordinary. You know how when you first put on a new pair of shoes, you got to break them in, right? They're new, they're fresh. You understand what I'm saying? So what we're trying to do is we're breaking in that new pair of shoes right now. So when Christ returns, it won't be hard for us to walk. Everybody understand? All right, so that's what we went through last week. So we stopped at the part where, you know, what I'm saying, he fell down to, like the sister said, he fell down to his knees. You understand what I'm saying? He worshiped the Lord. And he also, I'm going to read verse 21 and 22 real quick. And then it says, Officer Ron, you can read it. Job chapter 1, verse 21 and 22 real quick, and then we'll go into the next chapter.
This is the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 21. And said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither.
Meaning, basically, look, everything that I got here on this earth, I established while I was here on this earth. So all the possessions that we acquire, all the things that our clothes, our cars, whatever our most prized possessions, we didn't have that when we first came out of mama's womb. Everybody understand that? Why? Because we living under oppression. We weren't unfortunately born to parents that, have generational wealth. You understand? But everything that we had to acquire it while we were here. You know what I'm saying? When we came out the womb, we came out a naked baby, full of whatever the hell, blood and all, fluids and all of that stuff. We didn't have anything. We didn't even know anything. You understand? Everything that we had, we acquired it. So naked, I come out of my mama's womb, naked shall I return. Guess what? When I die, I won't have these things either. You understand? Like, you can't take these things with you when you go. So that's what he's saying. He's like saying that's not gonna break me. You know why? Because shoot, this ain't nothing. I ain't had none of this stuff anyway when I was born. Everything that I got, it was a blessing. That's how we gotta look at life. We gotta look at life like any little thing that we have, the smallest things, look at it as a blessing. I remember, growing up, from the age of 14, pretty much onward, maybe I want to say around to the age of 21, I was pretty much homeless. You know what I'm saying? Like from the age of 14 to I want to say 18, I was like homeless, like literally, trying to find anywhere to sleep, sleeping in front of churches, under bridges, vacant parking garages, vacant apartments, anywhere you could think of. You understand? I was literally sleeping on the streets. When we actually had a Blockbuster video, I don't know if y'all remember that. You know what I'm saying? It was a Blockbuster video. I used to sleep in front of. Police used to come over there, waking us up with their bullhorns. You understand what I'm saying? This is stuff that I went through, and this was before I even turned 18. Now, from the age of 18 to 21, I was more like pillow to post, because at that age, of course, I'm grown. I can kind of, I know more. I know how to finesse more. I know how to, it's a difference. You kind of know how to work, do little things, right? So I was kind of finessing and here, pillow to post, whatever I could do to make some money. I was hustling. I was doing what I could. So it wasn't like I was just sleeping on the street, but I was still homeless. It was still bad, right? I say that to say this: when you go through something like that, you learn to appreciate things when you get it. So the little things I started getting after that, I appreciated every little thing, because guess what? When I was homeless, I didn't have none of that stuff. You understand? Like I literally didn't have anything. So I know how it feels to go without. I know how it feels to suffer. I know how it feels to not have anything. You understand what I'm saying? So when you do get a little something, you appreciate it. And what you should do is appreciate it, but don't necessarily cherish it. Don't look at it like, oh my God, I got this, I want to hold on dear to it. No, don't look at it like that. Look at it like, I got this, I'm glad I got this, I'm glad I come from here to here, but now while I'm here, I'm going to do whatever I can to not go back there. But if it happens, hey, I know how to survive. I know how to make it. I know I did this before. It wouldn't be, that's why Black people, Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, that's why we have such resolve. That's why we don't fold when it in the corporate world, white boy, he lose his job, y'all already know what he doing. He face planting into the concrete from, 15 stories high. You understand? Like It ain't even he don't even, like, they don't even think about it. They don't even hesitate because the thought of living without, it just kills them. So they'd rather die. Whereas us, we can, I got this. Whereas us, we can reflect on times when we didn't have anything. Even if you wasn't homeless, there's been times where we ate cereal and water. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of us can relate to that. A lot of us can relate to the welfare food. You know what I'm saying? The bran flakes and the beans for a week straight. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the cheapest meal. Or fried chicken, just a chicken, because that's the cheapest meat you can buy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've all had our own struggles. What's the sandwiches? Syrup sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all had our own struggle. Everybody got their own. We all got a struggle meal and a story to tell. Why? Because we've been through things, and it's the same history that we relive in. The same thing Job went through, the same thing these other priests and prophets and sisters went through in this Bible. That's the same thing that we reliving now, and we were strong then and we're strong now. So all we have to do is just endure through it. Don't trip about the small things. You know what I'm saying? Cherish it. You know, some brothers trip about not being able to have multiple wives. You got one beautiful wife in front of you, man. Focus on that. You know what I'm saying? Don't trip about having more. Maybe if you focus on that one, the Lord will bless you with more. Sisters be so, you know, if a sister is she's, you know, more than one wife to a husband, she complain about the little time that she get with that man. Just focus on the little time that you do get and be appreciative of it and make the best of that time. You know what I'm saying? And maybe if he see that you on a different spirit, or you're able to, you know, provoke him to spend more time with you. Like, there's things that you can do. Instead of focusing on, oh, I ain't getting this, I ain't getting that, focus on a little that you do have, and you'll understand what I mean, and you'll understand why Job did what he did after he found out all of this stuff happened, after he lost all his animals, after he lost his kids. He didn't go and say, oh my God, I lost I lost everything. He didn't do that. He fell to his knees and worshiped the Lord because the Lord blessed him with those things. Everybody understand? Go ahead, sis. You had something? Deborah?
I was just gonna say, you have to be careful because when you get a lot, people do tend to try to hold on to it so tough to where, like, you won't help a brother or a sister that needs it more because you're afraid of losing what you have and going backwards. Because you think that a loss of possession is just a loss of everything in your life.
Right.
And you can't have that spirit on you either.
Damn right. Give her a hand. That's absolutely correct. You know, the scriptures teach us about how we should look out for the poor and the homeless. You know, we all poor, but there's brothers and sisters that's poorer than us. Never forget those brothers and sisters. Those brothers and sisters are just like you. When you ain't have nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I look back, I always, any chance I get, you know what I mean? And I ain't rich, you know, but any chance I get like an extra dollar or something, I'm always, you know, giving to the brothers and sisters that be on the corners. Now, there may be some brothers I see on there, like, I just passed by an hour ago, I just gave you $1. You back out there like, nah, I'm going to pass up this corner, maybe give it to the next corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, you alternate. You don't have to, don't be in the spirit of, oh, they out here, they trying to get some drugs. It doesn't matter what they're using it for. The spirit behind it is they don't have. Obviously, you got to think about it. I did this before, so I know. You got to think about how humiliating it is to stand out on the corner and ask for money. We call it spanging. You spanging for $1. You standing out there on the corner all day long in public. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating. As much as you feel like these people are scamming, it takes a lot to do that. It takes a lot to get out there and do that. Yes, go ahead, sir.
If I may, you make such a heavy point. And that's why the Lord is with Isupk, because every week we go out to camp, we have to feed, we clothe, and we teach other people.
Yeah, right.
We got those purple niggers, be 100 deep out there, but can't give the homeless people nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But what them homeless people do is they take their flyer, crumble up and throw it in the trash, they come sit right over under us, and this is us talk. You know what I'm saying? So I do like the Most High for Isupk.
Yeah, right. Most High Christ. You know what I'm saying? Like, Most High Christ for commanding Yana, holding on to the spirit of Christ, man. You understand? Because that's what he's instilled into us. We gotta keep that spirit of being able to, you know, not trip about the things that we don't have and give to less fortunate, and also the little things that we go through, endure through these things, because things could be worse. You know, things could be worse. All right. So let's. With that being said, if you could, Josiah, you mind? You got it, Rom, or you wanna? You,
Okay, Mike.
okay. Who? Oh, you got it, Josiah? Okay, no sweat. We at verse 20. We at verse 21 in Job. Job chapter 1, verse 21.
The book of Job, chapter 1, verse 21, and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither.
Mhm.
The Lord gave, and the Lord had taken away.
See, the Lord gave and the Lord had taken away. Like, just as quick as He blessed me with this, you know, He could take it away. What's that precept? You might know, Yeshaya. What's that precept about when who was that? Was it Jonah? I can't really remember. I was a Gabawal. You know, what's that precept about? I think it was Jonah. I could be wrong, but I think he was like under a tree of shade and he was still like complaining, and the Lord made the tree wither. Come on, concert. While he's getting that, you know what I'm saying? The Lord gave and the Lord taken away. Just like he's finna find this precept where it was like, you get a little bit of something, it's hot as hell. You get a little shade and you still want to complain. So the Lord gonna take it from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not it's not hard to grasp. This is not it's not a hard concept to grasp. The Lord does not owe us anything. You know what I'm saying? So we need to be mindful of the things that we have and endure through the hardships, and the Lord will bless us with more. The same people who raised their hand and said, "Hey, when you went through something back to back to back, guess what? We also have received blessings back to back to back too, right?" The good things is some good things, that chain of events that happen in your life. You like, man, it seemed like it was like almost like you couldn't go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, man, this is I can't believe it. You so happy. One thing hit you and it's a good thing, and the next thing hit you, it's a good thing. So just like the Lord give it, He take it away. You understand what I'm saying? Read verse 22.
Verse 22. In all this Job sinned not.
This is the most important part of this chapter. In all of this, and everything that he went through, Job what?
Sinned not.
He did not sin. No matter what he went through, no matter what he was going through, he sinned not. You understand what I'm saying? Let me see if I can find that precept real quick. Give me a second. I think it was, Jonah 4 and 7. Start at 6. We're gonna go back to Job after this. I just wanted to bring this quick point up because Jonah chapter 4, verse 6. I can read it real quick. This is the book of Jonah, chapter 4, verse 6. And the Lord God prepared a gourd and made it to come up over Jonah, that it might be a shadow over his head and deliver him from his grief. So Jonah was exceedingly glad of the gourd. So now the Lord caused this tree to come up and cover him because it was hot as hell. You understand? When that tree covered him, he was happy. He like, man, I'm in his mind like, man, I got some shade now. I ain't just scorched, I ain't just burning up. And if anybody, y'all, especially down here in Texas, y'all know how that heat can be. You understand? So as soon as a cloud pass over that sun, you be like, whoo, man, you be like happy as hell. You know what I'm saying? But just as fast as that cloud can come up over that sun, that cloud can pass by too. And that sun be right back on you. You like, dang, man, like it didn't last long. Well, that's what happened. Read in verse 7, it says, and God prepared a worm when the morning rose the next day, and it smote the gourd that it withered. So just that fast, the same vine that the Lord put, the tree that the Lord put there to give him shade, he took it away. You understand what I'm saying? It's because Jonah, he knew Jonah's spirit. Jonah was not in the spirit of like Job was. Everybody understand? Like the Lord He know your spirit and how you moving. So don't think just because you may do things on the outward, it may look good in front of men. Don't think that in your spirit, the Lord see that. You know what I'm saying? It's no different from, you know, when you around, like, I'm not, of course it's not to any one person, but I'm using this as a perfect example. When we here at the school, everybody's in the spirit of brotherhood and, you know, whatever feast day is going on, whatever. But as soon as you walk out them doors, it's like you really, that ain't you. You know, you just, it's like you putting on a show just for the sake of the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? The sisterhood. Like, but the Lord, maybe we may not know, but the Lord knows. You understand what I'm saying? It's a perfect precept for that where it talks about the. I'm paraphrasing, but I think it said was done in dark. I can't think of it right now, but it's like what's done in secret, it shall be revealed. I'm gonna paraphrase it, but y'all know where. If you find it, just let me know where it's. Well, let the people know where it's at. Where it's talk about what's done in the dark, in secret, it be revealed. Like, the Lord know your spirit just like He knew Jonah's spirit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why He took that shade from him. So now going back to Job chapter 2, we're gonna understand that Job had the right spirit, and Job wasn't gonna be fazed by the little things that he was going through. He was gonna endure this hardship, and it was a hardship. I mean, everybody can reflect. Like, it was so hard that each one of us. Go ahead, sir.
Luke 12 and 2.
Luke 12 and 2. You understand what I'm saying? That's the one talking about whatever's done in secret, the Lord reveal it. So now, Job, this hardship that Job was enduring it was so heavy. The burden was so heavy, and it was so horrible that all of us today, no matter what we've been through, we can use it as a blueprint. Because none of us, maybe I ain't gonna say none of us, but a lot of us haven't experienced what Job went through. So we could use it as a starting point. Like, okay, well, Job went through this. I know for sure I can get through this. I can get through this flat tire. I can get through this bad transmission. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this ain't nothing, man. I can get over it. I can get through this virtual school. The Lord knows that is a hardship. That is a hardship, dealing with these kids and these teachers, mainly the teachers, during this virtual school. You understand what I'm saying? It empowers us to be able to, deal with these situations. I ain't gonna say necessarily with a smile on our face, but with the strength of knowing the Lord is gonna get us through. If that makes sense. Everybody, we on the same page. All right, Most High Christ. Read verse. Read verse chapter 2. Baba Kishon.
Book of Job, chapter 2, verse 1. Again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord. And Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. Verse 2. And the Lord said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord, and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. Verse 3. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth God, and escheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity. All
Shalom, sir. Go ahead.
And still holdeth fast his integrity.
He did what?
Still holdeth fast his integrity.
He eschewed evil and still holdeth fast his integrity. He didn't lose his integrity. Name another situation where they I almost gave it away. Name another situation in the scriptures where integrity wasn't lost. A very, very powerful story. We pull it out every year. I'm trying not to give y'all too much of it. Yeah, I think see that look that Officer Ron give me. I know he know it, but I don't know if he quite got it. Go ahead, give it a shot.
Woman and the 7 sons.
Right, give him a hand. I knew he had that look, like that mischievous look, like he had that mischievous look, like, yeah, I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Right. That mother and her 7 sons, they hold it fast in their integrity. That's another story that we can use as a blueprint, because I'm talking about just like Job. Listen, that mother, The sons endured some stuff, right? But just picture being a parent watching each one of your kids just getting dismembered and cooked in a pan. You understand what I'm saying? Each one of them, like one by one by one by one, and none of them folded. You understand? All of them holding on to their integrity, man. That's what we need to do when we go through the hardships that we go through. We got to hold on to our integrity, because you know why? Guess what? Satan may have had a conversation with the Most High about you, just like he did with Job. He's like, hey, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Ottawa, you know, that's how you come into the Most High. Hey, Ottawa, Salaki, sir, if I may. You know, I know I see you got your servant, you know, your servant Habana, man. You know, I know you put a lot of trust in him. I feel like if you do like this, and if you let me do this, then he gonna fold. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? That could be happening with each one of us. Matter of fact, that is happening to us when we going through something like something terrible. You know, Satan is asking for permission because he knows exactly what's gonna get you to push your buttons. He knows what to do to push your buttons. It's up to you to not fold and hold on to your integrity, because that's what Job did. Keep going.
Although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4. And Satan answered the
Now,
Lord.
what's so important about that is, look, Satan even said it. Even though you allowed me to move against him without a cause. So a lot of us will be going through some stuff. It ain't nothing you did wrong. You could be following these laws, statutes, and commandments. You could be living right and still go through it. That's important. That's important to know that when you go through something, it's not always because you did something wrong. It could just be the Lord is allowing Satan to tempt you. Now, guess what? If you decide to mess up because you're being tempted, now you've done something wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's needed for us to get like a jolt of pressure. We need pressure sometimes. You know, pressure is either gonna make you what General Hyman said, either bulk up or break down. You understand what I'm saying? Those are his exact words: bulk up or break down. That's what pressure gonna do, and that's what Satan is here to do. He's here to see if you're gonna bulk up or break down. What is bulking up? Getting stronger in the truth. You understand? Preparing your mind and your body and spirit to be strong in this truth. That's bulking up. Breaking down is you saying, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I can't take it no more. That's breaking down. And that's what Satan is gonna do. He's gonna weed out the weak from the strong.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead, sir.
What scripture, Joe, did you read?
We at chapter 2 right now. Chapter 2, verse 3. Common concept. Like all this stuff that's going on right now. They talking about COVID vaccines. Boys is breaking down. You know what I'm saying? They like, man, this the mark of the beast, and they trying to kill us with this vaccine. Like, you breaking down, man. You do like ye of little faith. You have no faith in the Lord. But I understand, because you don't follow the laws, statutes, commandments. You don't know God. That's why you don't have no faith in him. You don't know him. Go ahead, Yeshaya.
I have a precept.
Go ahead.
You talking about, sir? Isaiah 48:10.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver.
Mm.
I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction.
The Lord did that, man. The Lord know what. And another one is he put he won't put us through nothing that we can't bear. I'm paraphrasing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he knows what we made of. It's up to us to fold. Before he put you through the test, he knows if you're gonna fold or not. He know you're gonna fold. He weak. Let me go and get him out the way. You know what I'm saying? He's in the way. She's in the way. Let me go and get them out the way. You know what I'm saying? But them, I know they're gonna hold up. They're gonna get stronger. Sometimes we go through things to get stronger, to power up. The Lord wants us to power up, so he put us through certain things so that we can power up. And other people, he do it to them so that they can fold. Out with the old, in with the new. In with the strong, out with the weak. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna put you through stuff that you can't, like, some people that can't, everything he put us through, he know we can bear it. But it's up to us to do it, right? So the ones that he know that's weak, he gonna allow you to get put through it, and you gonna fold off. But the ones that are strong and he know that's gonna hold up, they're gonna power up, man. We see it all the time in the truth. We see it all the time, every day. Not even just in the truth, just in life, period. The ones that jump off the bridge, we already know, you know what I'm saying, they part of the weak. The ones that rise to the occasion and become stronger and bounce back and have them supreme stories to tell. Like, yeah, I was this, I was that. Now I'm this. Now I'm great. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all, like, a lot of us in this room had that story where we were beat down to nothing, right? We didn't have anything. Like, we was down to that broken spirit and broken and contrite heart. That's what the Lord wanted, you know, us at our worst. And guess what? We rose to the occasion. And now we're making something out of our life. Now we decided, okay, this is what I want with my life. I don't want to be, you know, broken down. I don't like this feeling. I want to, you know, I want to rise and be strong. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we got to do. Endure like Job. That's the whole point of this. All right, keep reading.
Job.
We at verse 4. Chapter 2, verse 4. Verse 4.
The book of Job, chapter 2, verse 4. And Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life.
Say that again.
And Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life.
Now, he's saying, look, okay, now, you know, at first you ain't let me touch him. I done took everything from him. He ain't fold. He passed that test. Okay, I see you. So he basically come to the Lord. Okay, Lord, I see you one, but I'm gonna raise you one. You know what I'm saying? He said, well, what about if I put my hands on him now? Will he still hold up to that same integrity? You know what I'm saying? Let's see what the Lord is. The Lord gonna trust in his faithful servant Job or not? Go ahead.
Verse 5. But put forth thine hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face.
So he gonna tell the Lord, look, I know for sure. Look, I got him. If you just let me go ahead and put my hands on him, I know I got him. Watch. He was confident. Like, Satan was so confident, man. And you know why Satan is so confident? Because he done got to so many people. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Satan is an angel of 100,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, Satan is constantly powering up. He done caught too many crash dummies. You know what I'm saying? So he confident. That's like Jordan. Jordan had made the fadeaway shot 1,000,000 times. So you think he not gonna be confident in the one that count for the game? He gonna tell you what he finna do, which way he gonna turn, and still do it and hit it. That's how Satan was. Satan was confident, like, look, if I touch him, you know what I'm saying, I bet you he gonna fold. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life.
Now, he said, look, all right, with no hesitation. The Lord's like, okay, shit, he in your hands now, but don't kill him. You do whatever you want to him, but don't kill him. Go ahead.
Verse 7. So when Satan forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his feet unto his crown.
That's terrible. And look, listen, I get a mosquito bite, I'm having problems. I'm telling you right now, you know what I'm saying? I get a mosquito bite or an ant bite. Like, I'm scratching. Look, I'm afflicted. So just imagine what he had to go through. I mean, he got smoked with balls from his head to his toe. Like, just imagine, you can't even lay down, you can't even sleep without being in pain. Like, you can't, I mean, that's a terrible thing. After everything else you done been through. Keep in mind, like, we got to think about it, right? Because we always like to talk about the things that we've been through in life, and then as soon as we go through some more hardships, you fold because you start thinking like, this is just too much, it's unbearable, I can't take it. Look at what I've already been through, and you gonna put more on me? Like Job, look at what Job had to go through. Go ahead, sir.
All right. I mean, old country saying is everybody saying hard, but shoot, the ice is melting.
Man, look. Turn straight into water, you know what I'm saying? Like and not no cold water either.
Right.
You turning, you getting hot, you know what I'm saying? You warm. You ain't ice cold like you used to be.
Right.
You understand? And that's what it is, man. And Job right now, he getting that fire put to his ice, man. But he's staying solid. Job is staying solid, man. We could take notes from Job. Job is as solid as they come. A lot of brothers I remember in the world, man, a lot of niggas was talking about how they stiff and they solid. Man, these same niggas, if they had to really go through something, come on now, look at 6ix9ine. Go ahead, sir.
Like these same niggas who say they hard, they get on first for days and they
Oh, man.
they cope.
Right.
They fold.
Right. Real talk. I mean, it just fold. We see it countless time after time, man. Folding under pressure, man. You know what I'm saying? But we shall endure. And you know what? One thing that we have at our disposal is this brotherhood, man. We have this truth. We have something to look forward to. So the things that you go through here on earth, you can look back and say, you know what? It's a reason why I'm fighting this fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fighting this fight just because. It's a reason why I'm fighting this fight. You know, I'm trying to get that crown.
Right.
I'm trying to, it's a better life for me to live. I'm trying to get there. All I got to do is just go through a little affliction. Like, that ain't nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing, especially when you can go back and read stories like this, where you can go back and read the stories in, I believe it's in Maccabees, right, with the 7 sons and the mother. But you can read stuff. Look, come on now. A story like listen, that sister was solid. They literally had fire put to them. Literally. Being dismembered and watching all her sons being, look, I'm a parent of multiple children.
Right.
I couldn't imagine that one of the little hair off of one of my kids being harmed. Like, when my babies get a cold, I'm ready to take their cold from them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and get sick, even though I'm supposed to be sick. But I can't stand to see them sick like that. So guess what? If they get sick, I'm sick. It might as well it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't stand to see them in pain, let alone being chopped up, put in the pan to fry. Every last one of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Go ahead, sir.
And what you're saying is so heavy because everybody want to be in gangs, everybody want to find brotherhood in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But what you just said about somebody that follows the scriptures and follow their culture to the T, this mother watched 7 of her sons healed. And when it came down to the youngest one, she told the youngest one, die with honor like your brother. Because she knew for a fact they were not going to break the law.
Right.
And that's the thing that we need to learn right now is to die with honor instead of falling and folding like everybody else wants to do in this world.
Damn right.
Right.
Damn right. Damn right. Most High in Christ, man. Damn right. And another key point to take from this is they didn't do no wrong. In fact, they refrained from, they eschewed evil, just like Job. Right. And they went through it. So all of us here did something wrong. So the little things that we get put through, you mean to tell me we can't endure that? You know, the first thing that I do when something bad happens to me, I look back and say, you know what? Well, I did do A, B, and C. I remember when I did that. I remember I was messed up, man. I was a cold-blooded individual. I did some things, you know what I'm saying, that I'm not proud of. Right. So you know what? Hey, maybe it's just, hey, it is what it is. I know if Job can go through this and he ain't do no wrong, I did wrong. So the little things that I'm going through, I'm just gonna have to endure through it. I'm gonna have to. You know what I'm saying? Because people like Job, listen, Job was an ultimate brother. Because brothers like Job left no excuses for us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like some of you brothers that I see that come here, that especially these younger men coming under me, y'all leave no excuses for me. Listen, y'all leave nothing on the table. I look at y'all and be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta tell this story because it's real heavy. And it's very inspiring, right? You know, it was one night where, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't really feeling the best. And, you know, we was all here chilling at the school. And I ain't gonna say no name, you know what I'm saying, because I don't know how the brother would feel about me just saying his name. Right. But it was a brother that, you know, we all know that this brother is not necessarily physically able to perform all the tasks that a healthy brother would be able to perform. But this brother put me on notice. And I'm talking about, listen, I was like, man, look, you know, brothers like that, it made me reflect as the man above him. It made me reflect like, hey, man, he leave no excuse. That is the epitome of One West. Right. You know what I'm saying? That brother went out and performed the task that was asked of him with no problems, even though he has issues. You know what I'm saying? Like that, knowing and you know, we all may have issues. And I'm like, man, if he can do it, I know ain't no excuse for me. Right. You know what I mean? And I could have been a brother that was like, had the wrong spirit and was like, man, you know what, forget this, and try to slide out the door. But I was like, nah, I owned up to that. Because that's the type of stuff, that's the epitome of One West, man. And I'm thankful for Most High in Christ for this brotherhood. Because a lot of people don't know, the younger men watch the men above them, and we watch them like hawks. You know what I'm saying? We study their every move, and their mistakes too. We watch their mistakes, and we learn from them. But guess what? You younger men coming in, don't think that the men above you not watching you and are inspired by you to keep their zeal high. You know what I'm saying? We see that zeal coming in from you young men and be like, you know what, shoot, I got to keep that zeal myself. I got to do something it's a beautiful thing, man, to see that. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to say that. But it allowed, like, Job gives you no excuse. No excuse at all. You can look at what he went through and be like, dang, man, this man he went through that. He still ain't fold. What am I? Like, who am I? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we got to take from this. Keep reading.
Verse 8. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 9. Then said his wife unto him.
Before you get this, somebody give me foolish woman is clamorous. Give me that precept on hold right now. Ready to go in the chamber. Hold on, just give it like a split second and we're going to start reading again. So I want that precept ready to go.
Right.
Go ahead, read.
Come. Verse 9. Then said his wife unto him.
Then said who?
Then said his wife.
Nah, then said his homeboy.
His wife.
Nah, his children.
His wife.
His wife. You know what I'm saying? Like the most closest thing to him. You know, the scriptures say when you leave your mother and father, you cleave to your wife.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The two become what? How many fleshes? You become one flesh. So she's an extension of you. So of course you're gonna be close. Of course she's gonna have an influence on you. Look at what Adam did. You know what I'm saying? Adam was weak behind his, and guess what? That's our weakness, our woman. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing that this man, this is all. Remember, this is still Satan.
Right.
Y'all can't forget that Satan is still testing him. Satan is still doing what he do to him. So he took his animals. He took his children. Now he done gave him some type of disease, right? Now he working on the wife. Now he all on her because she the weaker vessel. We already know that. You know what I'm saying? So now he done got to her and he using her as a tool to get to him. Brothers, make sure y'all, what was written aforetime was written for our learning. It's a strategy. You know what I'm saying? This is like a playbook. You read this and understand, okay, I've seen this before. I know not to fall for this. You understand? Take notes. Go ahead, sir.
Somebody pull Ecclesiastes 6 and 7.
6 and 6, real quick. Y'all give Officer Tazadak a mic, Baba Kashaw.
Okay, go ahead.
Come. This is the book of Ecclesiastes. It's in the Apocrypha, chapter 6, verse 6. Be in peace with many. Nevertheless, have but one counselor of 1,000.
Say it one more time.
Come. Be in peace with many. Nevertheless, have but one counselor of 1,000.
What Abinah is bringing out is extremely heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like, be very, very careful who you talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like, pillows talk get you killed. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it says to have a counsel of 1 of 1,000, how can your wife counsel you on matters of war?
Mm.
Right. You know what I'm saying? How can your wife counsel you on matters of ruling a nation? You know what I'm saying? Her perspective is in protecting the interests of her household.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So as a nation of kings and priests, because every man is a king of his own household. You know what I'm saying? We're all priests. You know what I'm saying? When you're going through matters, it's best to seek counsel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like what this brother, brought out, like the scripture, the scripture that you reading right now, that whole chapter is heavy. You know what I'm saying? But when you dealing with matters that are heavy, you know what I'm saying? Seek counsel of the men above you, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to bring that out. Go ahead.
All right. Give my hand. No time fight. All right. So now it says, his wife, man. The wife, that's the one we're gonna fall weak for, man. You know what I'm saying? And his wife came to him. So now Satan is pulling out all the stops. When he go to the wife, he pulling out all the stops because that's like one of our weaknesses, and he know. All right, keep reading.
Come. Dost thou still retain thine integrity?
Does thou still retain thine integrity? So the wife come at him like you still gonna be faithful to the Lord after he allowing you to go through all this? Your God is allowing you to go through this? Go ahead.
Come. Curse the power and die.
Say that again.
Curse the power and die.
So he's saying just curse God and die, man. That's what she's saying, Salakia. She's saying just curse him and die. Like, you already going through this. It is better for you to be dead than to go through the things you're going through. You might as well curse the Lord while you at it, because guess what? He making you, he the reason why you're going through it. You understand what I'm saying? That's what she's telling him. Let's see, and go ahead, sir.
And imagine if he would follow us down.
Oh man. And at this point of his juncture, like, he done already lost all this stuff.
Right.
If he would have followed her at this point, I mean, come on now, man. Just imagine how all of that would have been worth for nothing, man. Like, that is just, that, like, you gonna fold when you damn near at the finish line. You almost at the finish line and you gonna fold. That's what we are right now. Y'all do understand that, right? Everybody understands we damn near at the finish line. Are y'all gonna fold right now just because things are getting tougher? I mean, I'm just saying, like, listen, take note. This is the blueprint right here. You want a quick little nice Mike D'Antoni play out of timeout to get you a for show bucket? This the one right here. This the one you need to be paying attention to, because it's like we damn near at the finish line, man. We can't fold now. Like, we can't fold. The race is almost over. You understand? Keep reading.
Come, verse 10. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speak.
Now, hold that. Give me the precept. Where that precept at? He said, look, you speaking like a damn fool. You sound like a damn dummy right now. Like, he like, first of all, you shouldn't even be trying to talk to you, man, while you mad. He's going through it right now. Like, just leave him alone. Let him go through it. Because when he's in that moment, it's really nothing you can do, especially in light of everything. Like, it's up to the woman to be able to gauge what her husband is going through, right? We under oppression, man, and certain days are way worse than others. So when you see that man like this, and I'm giving y'all game, man, sisters, when you see that man really going through the furnace of affliction, it's nothing you can do at that point. As much as I know how you feel. Look, I'm his woman. I can make him feel good at any time. There are certain things that we go through, and it's just nothing you can do to make us feel better in that moment. Just know that. Even though we may not tell you that, but there are certain things that we go through. Now, mind you, it has to be severe. But mind you, there's in certain instances, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing, just absolutely nothing you can do. The best thing for you to do is say, con, I don't want con. Now, you can go cook. You can go, do something like that and try to ease the burden off that man. But talking to him and trying to give him advice in a moment like that, you should just shut your mouth. I'm just keeping it real with your sisters. If you want longevity, like you should in your marriage,
right?
In Isupk, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what we teach. We teach longevity, right? Just shut your mouth, and let him go through what he's going through, and just be there. Sometimes you could just be there, you rub his back. You ain't gotta say nothing. You can just sit there and smell good like some fourth dimension. What's that scent, man? That fruity, fruit.
Pink sugar.
No, not pink sugar. Whatever your favorite, whatever your husband like. You know what I'm saying? Right. Whatever he like, just to make it simple. Whatever he done bought for you, just put that on and sit next to him, give him his plate, and just, sit there and mourn with him. You know what I'm saying? Just be quiet and mourn with him. That's what he needs. He don't need you to be, well, baby, if you do this, maybe if you move like that, like, just shut the hell up. Because that's what he going to tell you. Then your feelings going to be hurt.
Right.
He going to tell you, shut the hell up and get out of my face. Now you're going to be hurt. You're going to be calling Captain Yatazai. And, you know what I'm saying? He going to say, well, sister, why you just let the brother, you know what I mean? The brother going through it. You know what I'm saying? So this is what she did. Give me that precept, Yabakan.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous.
A foolish woman is clamorous. Go ahead.
She is simple.
She is simple.
Damn.
Simple minded. You know what I'm saying? Simple. Your little advice that you think you giving him is simple. You don't think he started that already? Like he's going through like this terrible affliction. You don't think he didn't sit there and pondered every possible outcome of everything? That's what men do. In case y'all don't know, men are the thinkers. Men actually sit there and overanalyze things while y'all just act off impulse and emotions. You know what I'm saying? This is by no means to get on the sisters. I'm just letting y'all know this is reality. Men are overthinkers. We're going to sit here and think about every situation, every outcome. If I do this, what's going to happen? You don't think he done thought about probably cursing God and what could happen behind that, the punishment for that? You don't think he thought about, well, if I curse the Lord, I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying? You don't think he thought about that? So he's like, you know what? The best thing for me to do is just shut my behind up and just serve the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you over here talking about, why don't you just curse God and die? Like, come on now. You think he want to hear that right now? A foolish woman is simple. I mean, Salakia, read that verse again.
A foolish woman is clamorous.
Mm-hmm.
She is simple.
She is simple. And what else?
And knoweth nothing.
That's the most important part. She what?
Knoweth nothing.
The most important part you need to understand is what?
And knoweth nothing.
Now, you start from top again one more time so it can sink in.
A foolish woman is clamorous.
Sisters, don't be a fool. Be a wise sister. Be a wise wife. Be a wise woman. Don't be a fool, because a foolish woman is clamorous. She's simple and knoweth nothing. You understand what I'm saying? This was obviously the wrong move for him to make if he followed this counsel from his wife. You understand what I'm saying? And this is why he said what he said. Let's go back to verse 10 again.
What? Shall we receive good at the hand of the power? And shall we not receive evil?
So now, wait a minute. You wasn't doing none of this stuff when the Lord blessed me with all my cattle.
Right.
You weren't doing none of this stuff when the Lord blessed me with all these donkeys and sheep and all this land. And us, he blessed you with all these kids that we got. Go ahead, sir.
Like my lady, this will bring up a counter scripture to that Proverbs 9:13. When y'all go to Ecclesiastes 26 and 14.
Yeah, hey, listen, all of you know what I'm saying? Like, Most High in Christ, I got the heavy hitters in me with me. You know what I'm saying?
Anytime I debate a Christian woman,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, the Lord, you be quiet.
Right. Right. Most High in Christ.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes.
You break it down.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes. It's in the Apocrypha. Chapter 26, verse 14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
Read that one more time. Baba can show.
A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
It's a gift to what? Of what?
Of the Lord.
Listen, this is the Lord's gift to the man. When a woman is silent and loving. That's what we need. We just need to love. We don't need your mouth. Well, not when you're talking. You know what I'm saying? We that's not when we need your mouth. We need to, you know what I'm saying? We need you silent and loving. That's the only time we need your mouth is when you're loving us. Yeah, everybody understands. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. Go ahead.
Come. And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed.
No, there's a lot worth that. That's a lot worth that.
And there is nothing.
There is what?
Nothing.
There is nothing. Go ahead.
So much worth as a mind well instructed.
There is nothing more worth than when a man say, hey, baby, I need you to do this, and you say, con out of one con. Like, there is nothing worth more than that. Nothing. When you follow instructions well from your outer one, like, it don't get no better than that. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and the Lord wants you to just follow his instruction. That's all he wants. He wants you to say, con out of one con. That's the most, that phrase right there is the most coveted phrase that you need to learn. Con out of one con. And just do it. There's nothing more worth more than that. You understand what I'm saying? That's pretty much it on that, right? All right, let's go back to Job chapter 2, verse 10. Start where we left off.
Come, sir. This is verse 10. And all this did not Job sin with his lips.
So no matter what she said, no matter how much she spiced it up to make it sound good, you know what I'm saying? He did not sin. He did not go against the Most High because she said so. That's not what Job did. Meaning Job did not what? Stay on topic. Go ahead.
He didn't agree with her.
Just one word. Go ahead, sis. He didn't fold. Give her a hand. Job did not fold. You understand? He remained solid, man. No coward, no excuses.
That's right.
And that is what we live by here in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, Commander General Yohana raising up some solid soldiers, man. We ain't folding, man. You understand? And it's stories like this the reason why we not. Keep reading.
Verse 11. Now, when Job's 3 friends heard of all this evil that was come upon him.
We can cut that off. Go to chapter 3 real quick. I'm going to bring out chapter 3, and I'm going to be done with this, and we're going to have a part 3. But I want to do chapter 3 because for all you damn birthday nuts out here, you need to understand something. We are in the middle of oppression right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We are in captivity. We are constantly going, like earlier I asked the class, you know, how many of us that went through things in this oppression back to back, where it seemed like, you know, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Everybody raised their hand. So all of us in this room are going through affliction. All of us, even those who are in the world right now, we are going through affliction. If you Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, you are living out these curses, so you are going through affliction. Hey, Salaki, I was out of y'all. I ain't even asked you. You want to get up here? Okay, no sweat. Salaki for that too. We are going through this affliction. You understand what I'm saying? And in this affliction, we can't be sitting here focusing on a damn, when can I pin some money on me and who gonna give me $1?
Good night.
Like, why the hell we worried about that, man? Now, I'm not saying you gotta live like you can't enjoy life. I ain't saying you can't make the best of your life, but you are going through something, so you're so selfish that you want people to worship you so you'll feel better in your oppression. Not even thinking about what they're going through. You're not even thinking about nobody else. You're thinking about yourself. You want to be praised and worshiped so that you can feel good. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of people who got to talk down on the less fortunate person just to make themselves feel better.
Right.
Those narcissistic type of people who celebrate their birthday, yes, we are all probably guilty of it, and we were narcissists, you know what I'm saying? At that time, people who celebrate their birthdays are narcissistic because all they care about is getting that good feeling that they get from other people's suffering or demise. That's what it is in a nutshell when you really go deep into it. You're making yourself a god. You're being a god and you're no better than the person next to you. But you're a god all of a sudden for a day. And everybody's taking turns to be gods for a day. You understand what I'm saying? And then I just seen it get to the point where people that have both birthdays at the same time be jealous of the other person because they get more attention, more money, more presents, more gifts. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be the only God too. So not only are you want to be a God, you want to be like the Most High, because the Most High says there should be no other. He's a jealous God.
Right.
So you're trying to exalt yourself, man. That is wicked as hell, man. So let's read what Job, in his oppression, in his affliction, let's see how Job handled his birthday.
Come. This is the book of Job, chapter 3, verse 1. After this, opened Job his mouth and cursed his day.
Oh, no, he celebrated his birthday.
And cursed his day.
What you mean, man? Look, this my sweet 21.
And cursed his day.
He ain't celebrating a damn thing because he was going through it. And that's what we all are going through. Last time I checked, we all in this oppression, right?
That's right.
Ain't none of us Bill Gates, are we? None of us living good. None of us got no generational wealth. At any time, any one of us can go out there and get pulled out the car and beat like Rodney King or killed like Sandra Bland or Mike Brown, right?
Right.
Last time I checked, right? Okay, no sweat. So we ain't got nothing to really celebrate for. The only thing we have to celebrate for is the death of our enemies, man. Right. And that's what we do here in the ISUPK. We celebrate the death of our enemies. Right. That's what we're doing right now. We're in the midst of the Feast of Dedication. What is that doing? Celebrating the death of our enemies, man. That's right. That's what we do, man. We don't celebrate this life, what we accomplished here. We don't walk around like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna celebrate this day because I was born. Because you were born on this day. What did you do to be born on the day? Right. What did you do to be like? Like, what are you celebrating? That what I need to understand. What are we celebrating on our birthday? What did you do to be born? You ain't do nothing. You ain't put in no work to be born. Your parents, if anybody should be celebrated, good and nice. I like you. You ain't do no work to be born, but you want to be a God. Come on, man. Let's get real, man. Why are you celebrating this day? Job didn't do that. He cursed his day. Keep going.
Verse 2. And Job spake and said, let the day perish wherein I was born.
Look, he said, you know what? Let's just forget about whatever day your day you was born on. For me, it was September 27th. Can we erase that day out the calendar? Can we just have September 26th and September 28th? Let's just forget all about September 27th. Like, let's just let that day perish. I could care less about that day. Go ahead, sir.
It got so vain.
It got so vain now that birthday used to be one day. Now it's a birthday week.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
And now it's like niggas love to follow the I'm an Aries, I'm a Sagittarius.
Horoscopes.
Like, nigga, your horoscope will lead you to be a whore. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Aries, now it's right. 2 men tonight.
Good night. Right. Oh, man. Good night, man. Like, just follow the stars. You know what I'm saying? Your star and your moon align. So that means go out there and be a prostitute today.
It's a retrograde.
Yeah, like, I mean, good night. You understand what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Come, sir. And the night in which it was said, there is a man child conceived.
Salaki, man. Just like, I was a guy boy, bro. He made a heavy point, man. Like, the whole birthday week stuff, like, it got so bad when people celebrate 2 birthdays a year. They lying like this was my birthday, but that really wasn't my birthday. This really my birthday. Now, like, they lying just to get money, just to get a come up, man. Like, go ahead, man. Good night.
And Salaki, what y'all brought out was just so heavy because people nowadays, they ain't celebrating their birthday on their birthday.
Right.
They're celebrating it all month.
Right.
So all month they want to be praised, they want to go out, they want to club, they want to have sex with who they want to have sex with because of their horoscope.
Right. Cash
because,
right.
You know, cash at me
right.
$25.
Right.
Or cash at me $1 for every day.
Good night.
Like, we gotta get away from this wickedness. Like,
they didn't use it as a come-up. Go ahead.
I need to make this quick point to show how wicked celebrating birthdays is. And all of y'all can back me up on this. So I got a cousin whose mother was in the hospital. So the cousin come and tell me, hey, my mama is terminally ill. She might be going anytime soon. So she has like the dollars pinned on her shirt. And she said, you know, hey, cuz it's my birthday. So I said, no sweat. Let's meet up somewhere and we go see your mama. You know what I'm saying? To check on her. She said, nah, I'm doing birthday stuff.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? That night her mama died.
You know what I'm saying? Damn.
Doing birthday stuff. So like,
good night, man. You know what, man? That is so vile and wicked, man. You done miss, like, you know, man, that's now you can't forgive yourself for the rest of your life, man, because you decided to put yourself, and that's how evil and wicked this birthday stuff is. You putting yourself above everything, man. Go ahead, sis. Salaki,
sir. Then she's gonna be the one crying, and she probably was the one acting a fool at the funeral.
Oh man, the main one acting a fool over the casket. You gotta drag her away, like, oh my god, oh my god, like doing all that. But you was worried about your birthday, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't even care about your mama, man. That is horrible, man. That story right there is just horrible. Like we laughing, but you know, really, that's just how evil it. Like, and that's the spirit of that day. That's the God of that, like, you know, everything we do, whether we worship our birthdays or we worship these holidays, you know, it's like a pagan God ritualistic behind it. Like every day got some pagan God behind it. You know what I'm saying? And everything that goes on for that day, it's that spirit of that so-called pagan God that you worshiping. Like man, listen, just like, you know, all of these days are really just death days. That's really what they are. And that's what you celebrate. You celebrating death days because don't nothing good come from these days. Why do you think parties and clubs get shot up on birthdays and on Christmas and Halloween and all of these things? You know, Halloween is just pedophiles' alley. Pedophile, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's their day. like to just come out and do what they want to do. They could dress like anybody and they can molest your kids and just give them a little bit of candy. That's all they got to do and not get caught. You know what I'm saying? And you allowing it too. You know, so like, you know, I used to just being around it. Remember when I was doing the stuff, you know, when I was a kid and we, you know, parents weren't even really watching us. We'd be able to veer off and go off and do our thing, man. We probably could get snatched up and never be seen again, man. Like, cause and some parents didn't even come outside with their kids. They just let their kid like, damn, where your mama at? Like, oh, she chilling. We out here getting this candy. Like, damn. While you out here getting candy, you eye candy for a damn pedophile. You understand? Go ahead, sir.
All year long, we
All year long, we tell our kids to stay away from pedophiles and all that stuff like that. But on Halloween, they sacrifice their kids to molest. You know what I'm saying? That's the day they choose to give their kids over to pedophilia. You know what I'm saying? And the white man is for all of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So those same deities of old, they are alive and well on those days. You know what I'm saying? On so-called holidays.
That's right, exactly. Hey, Shalom, so you... Go ahead, sis.
I was gonna say that's the same like celebrating Christmas. You tell your kids to stay away from strangers and all of that, and then you go to a mall and sit your kid on a pedophile's lap, letting them know what you like, telling your kids telling a stranger what they want for Christmas and all of that. And you got them in ball pens with a whole bunch of other kids.
Right,
like,
right. Yeah, that whole like Santa Claus, like you sitting them. Listen, y'all know the damn pedophile is the Santa Claus. Like y'all don't know that by now. You know what I'm saying? The pedophile is the Santa Claus. That's the type of job that they go for. The little pay under the table job. Just pay me for a couple hours under the table. I don't need to submit no documents. That's the pedophile. And you let your child sit on his lap while he grope on him. Come on, man. Somebody else had.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and then you tell your kids not to lie and all of that, but during Christmas, you have to tell a whole bunch of lies for everything to make sense. Like he was the biggest hypocrite.
You got to create a whole storybook for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? But you teach your kids not to lie. You can't. First of all, you can't teach your kids not to lie if you're a damn liar. Your whole life is a damn lie. You understand what I'm saying? You try to teach your kids ain't gonna respect you. That's why they do everything, whatever they want to do. They don't respect you, man, until you'll never have control over your household or your kids until you start following after follow the blueprint that the Bible left you. You know what I'm saying? Come in the truth, come in the Isupk and command in junior honor, where the priests and prophets teach you how to be good parents and not sit here and allow a damn pedophile to molest your kids for Christmas, all because you want to get a photo out with a fake Santa. Come on, man. Go ahead, keep reading, man.
Come, sir. Verse 4. Let that day be darkness. Let not the power regard it from above, neither let the light shine upon it.
Meaning, we really ain't got to go too far in this. If y'all want to read more on this, y'all can read down this chapter, man. It's basically, he's going to go through this whole thing talking about how bad the day he was born is, and not to even care about it. Why shed light on it? Why even highlight it out the calendar each month? Why even focus on it? You know what? Ever since I've been in the truth, I damn near forgot how old I was because I forget about my birthday every year. I be having they be like, how old you is? I'm like, I remember like 3-4 years ago, I was 28, 29. And I had to add it up, figure things out. I got to do a whole math problem to figure out how old I am. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't celebrate that stuff no more. I almost forgot how old my kids was. Because we don't celebrate it no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, you already 15? Dang, how many, what's going on? You know what I mean? Because we don't worry about those things in my household. But what we do worry about is serving the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I do know about every feast day. I do know about every high holy day. I damn sure know about the Passover, April 24th. You know what I'm saying? Right here in none other than Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? I damn sure know about that. And that's a day I'm definitely going to shed light on and highlight. And guess what that is? What else is that? We're celebrating the what? The death of our enemies. You understand? That's what we do here in the Isupk, man. And with that, man, I'm going to go ahead and end the class with that because what I'm going to do is go into a part 4, and we're going to probably skip over some things and get to the main reason, the main outcome of Job going through the things that he went through, and it's going to sum up the whole, the whole topic or whatever. So with that, make sure you pay your tithes to the men of the Lord and the ISUPK. Go to www.isupk.com, click the donation link. Make sure you go ahead and pay your tithes. That tithe money is the Lord's money. You understand what I'm saying? You pay your tithes, you're going to be going through far worse than what Job is going through. You understand? I'm just letting you know right now. So, make sure you do that. If you have an Android, you can also go on the ISUPK app. You know what I'm saying? Most High in Christ. The Lord is definitely with Android. You know what I'm saying? Because we got an ISUPK app. Not saying the Lord will not be with the iPhone. We don't, because I got them both. But I'm just saying. Go ahead, sir. Man, hey, you know what I'm saying? Listen. No sweat. But it's okay though. We got the ISUPK app. Make sure you click the donation link there. Pay your tithes there if you need to. Other than that, man, any of the high-ranking men want to say anything before we get up out of here? Go ahead, sir.
Passover, April 24th. Houston, Texas.
Give him the microphone, Baba Kishar. April 24th, sir.
Yeah, the Passover is going to be April the 24th. Okay, the April 24th in the Grand Ballroom, right? Bayou City Center, right? Located at 9401 Knight Road. That's KNIGHT, Knight Road, all right? In Houston, Texas, April the 24th at sundown, all right? Be ready for it. Like this one.
All right, no sweat. High recommend y'all good. Okay, Most High in Christ. With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Trooper Yabakon for the security announcements.
Security announcement. We are the ISUPK, start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, and Malachi 3 and 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew. Ma'asharah, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Purim, 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. Thursday, February 25th, and Friday, February 26th, 2021. Esther, 9 and 20 through 31. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. Brothers and sisters, Google search the school and request directions prior to departure to school. Once arrived, click website button. If you have pictures, you can upload them here. And these are the security announcements.
All right, with that, Amajim, which means to stand. Wapayah Hakadam means to face the east. We want to say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew first. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemani.
Shabbat Shemani.
Wadash. Ayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakwaka. Ba'ah. Jazayaka. Ayah. Shah. Rataza. Wa. Ayah. Shemani. Lanawa. Kam. The one. Masalak Noah. Kawat Noah. Masalak Noah. Kawat Noah. I Noah. Messiah one. Bob. Osai Noah. Ayan. Ra. Ayah. Laka. Amalakwa. Mahala. Hatapara. Awalanyu. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Give us our debts. We forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory. Forever, so be it. Sorry. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Matan Shabbat, Majid, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah, Yazamatah. Sorry. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Matan Shabbat, Majid, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Yazamatah. Dismiss.